Get ready to laugh until your cheeks hurt. Spicy Jokes is back. Watch as comics struggle through their set while eating progressively spicier wings. This Tuesday, September 17th, Spicy Jokes returns to the Storm Cellar. And trust me, you do not want to miss this lineup. For just $10, you can catch the hilarious Jeremy, the delightful Dawn, and the always amazing Annalisa. And let's not forget your host for the evening, Kent, who's guaranteed to keep the laughs coming. The show kicks off at 8 p.m., so make sure to grab your tickets early and snag a good seat. Because at the Storm Cellar, our comedy nights are hotter, spicier, and absolutely unforgettable. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and come prepared for a night of non-stop giggles, guffaws, and belly laughs. See you there. Open mic to follow.
We are back. It's a brand new episode. This is Laugh With Me, a podcast with Jeremy Odem. I'm your host, J.O., and this is the Friday Happy Hour. I don't know if you can hear this. Okay. Our new producer, JoJo Damsey, he's outdone himself today. Normally, on a Friday Happy Hour, we would have a bucket of beers. Not today. We're actually recording Friday Happy Hour in the morning, so he was prepared this time. So actually, kudos to you, JoJo. We've got our Simply Orange juice with Patron. We got that silver tequila. We're getting ready. We are getting ready for a Friday. Hopefully you are too. Friday's obviously one of the best days of the week, and it has all to do with the weekend ahead. But man, what we're going to do today is look back at the week that was. There is some pretty crazy moments that's happened throughout this week that, why not? That's the beauty of the Friday Happy Hour, is you kind of get to just chat with your friends, have a drink, kind of relax and laugh about the things that have happened throughout the week. One of the craziest things that's happened this week, Shannon Sharpe. I don't you guys, if you follow Shannon Sharpe on Instagram, it's very possible you got a notification saying he was going live. And if you got the notification, you clicked on it to find not him, but it looked like the ceiling, but many sounds. And it was him in the sounds. Shannon Sharpe, for a full minute 19, was live on Instagram having sex with somebody named Michelle. And it caught the world by storm. People obviously screen grabbed it and was recording the live and posted it everywhere. But the poor guy, he initially, after he had another story post that said he was hacked. That's always, the instant, I was hacked. Turns out that wasn't even him that said that. It was one of his social media workers. I mean, he's the one that he runs his social media, he said, but he has, people on his team that help. Then later that night, I think this happened, 2 days ago, Wednesday, he is on his podcast with Chad Johnson, or Ocho Cinco, and he let it all out there. He goes, that was me. He goes, I'm a healthy man doing healthy man things. And he didn't downplay it. It's kind of funny because he was grunting. I mean, whatever acts they were involved in there. I mean, he was into it. He was grunting, kind of growling a little bit. There was a lot of growling. If you haven't heard this, go back. I'm not gonna play it. But it's definitely newsworthy. It was one of the funniest things of the week. It's something. It's great that he came out and just like, oh yeah, yep, that was me, putting it in. But his words, not mine. And it's just funny that a guy, like he says, he threw his phone down on the bed, and when he did that, it like started IG Live, which he's like, I've never even been on IG Live. I've never been on Instagram Live. And then, it obviously started it up when he threw his phone down. And he has been a very popular search, here on the back end of the week, but very eventful week for him. It's funny. It's one of those things where it's embarrassing, right? And then he explains it, and then people will move on and won't even be talking about it, by the end of the weekend. But it's fun to talk about while it's still relevant. Another thing that was kind of fun from the week, we had the debate. We had the first presidential debate from President Trump and Vice President Harris, and that had some interesting moments. I, as somebody who participated in Lincoln Douglas debates in high school and very much enjoyed it, like I love the activity of it, I love the research of it, I love just being prepared. I love, most importantly, in the moment as you're competing and like reacting and making counterpoints to what's being said against your position within the debate. To me, that's the most fun. Like I think the best thing I could bring to the table with this is, and I didn't win a lot of debates, I will say that, but I was always in the mix. I was very well spoken. My original positions always brought up enough points that my counter had to, do some work to go against. It was just in the end, maybe they made more counterpoints or whatever, right? It's about swaying the judges. It's not really about, right or wrong. It's just, did the judge get swayed by, one of you one way or the other? I learned a lot doing it. And watching this debate between Trump and Harris the other night was incredible because it ended up coming down to not who was most prepared. It came down to who could cause enough disruption within the debate to the opponent. And Harris knew exactly what would get Trump going, and he got him all riled up. Some of them were pretty freaking funny. Like, she brought up his rallies, how people are getting tired of his shtick, and just, people are leaving the rallies. And he's so proud of the rallies. He's so proud of the size of the rallies, and everybody loves his rallies, and he's got the best rallies. And she brings this up, and then he immediately, his mood flips, and it's just, nobody goes to your rallies. I can't do a Trump impression, by the way, but nobody goes to your rallies. I have the best rallies. Everybody knows I have the best rallies. He's so worked up about the rallies. He loves talking about the size of his crowd. But it was the pets in Ohio, Springfield, Ohio. People are eating their pets. There's no reports of this. She brings it up that cats and dogs are being eaten. And that the city planner, it got brought up. They were getting fact-checked in the mid-debate, right, live, which was incredible as well. And he's just like, I saw it on TV. If that was an excuse, holy cow. If you can use, I saw it on TV, as an excuse for something to be true and something to be real, I mean, we're all in trouble, right? I tell you what, every weekend on TNT, Avengers, Endgame's on, Infinity War's on. I see some shit on TV. It's things that scare me. I don't want a intergalactical war going on in America. You coming down from the sky. It's scary. Can you imagine? Superheroes are real. I saw it on TV. Just the other day, actually. I've started to question my kids' teachers at school. Science teachers specifically. I think they're cooking meth. Saw it on TV. They're eating our pets. Isn't that wild? It's fun, though. I mean, in the end of the day, more serious things. And it's actually funny because the debate, he didn't really have too much of, like, actual policy or any actual anything that would matter to me as a voter to say, point to you. But then post-debate, he's talking about, not taxing people for their overtime worked. That's great. Why are we talking about that? Bring that up during the debate, man. That's incredible. That will save some folks some money on their paycheck. Like, that's the type of stuff you need to be talking about, not the size of your rallies or cats and dogs being eaten. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to talk about. It gets the headlines, but man, sure as shit doesn't help make decisions on who to vote for. Probably the biggest news out of the week, though, and I'm talking about the biggest news. I just brought up a couple of monsters, right? Shannon Sharpe having sex on IG Live. That was huge. I talked about the debate. Come on, we're about to have an election for president of the United States. That's a big deal. But easily, the biggest news so far of the week is that the Warped Tour may be coming back. Are you kidding me? They're talking about a 30th anniversary tour next year. Anybody in the age of like 30 to 50, and I fall in that range, is hyped for this. Bring back the Warped Tour. It's incredible. Here's a couple of according to multiple sources, they're looking to bring back the Warped Tour for a series of festivals set for next year. It ended in 2019, so it has been a while. Kevin Lyman, the Warped Tour founder and the guy who ran the show for its entirety, sounds like will be involved, will not be running the show necessarily the way he used to, and that Live Nation is going to be involved. So that obviously has caused some concern for people because they're like, all right, well, this is what it's going to be. It's only going to hit the major cities. There'll probably be like a 4-show run in L.A., maybe Chicago, New York, and tickets will be like $400. I mean, that would be the way Live Nation does it, right? Old school Warped Tour, if we get any semblance of that, are you kidding me? $30 in the door, day long, nonstop music, bands you've never heard of, but bands you're gonna love forever once you've seen them live. I mean, that's what it was. It was amazing. You had bands that should be closing the show playing at 2 p.m. because the main stage set, the order changed every day. You had to go to the big inflatable set list or order list to see who was playing and when. It was incredible. You had to get there early. Like, it was a must-see thing to get in and go check out the order. And that was 2019, was the final one. So many things have changed now. I mean, just think how quickly we would have access to the order the bands were playing and what time they were playing now, right at our fingertips. And some people, I mean, you're probably thinking, well, Jeremy, that was 2019. That wasn't like the Stone Age. Like, we had it at our fingertips then. Yeah, but so many things have changed in 2019. Like, it's just going to be even more accessible, and it would be that much more incredible, in my opinion, or at least for this old guy. I'm a little concerned about having to stand out in the heat all day in the sun. I saw on Twitter that people were like, you think you want this. You do not want this. Like, you will be ready to go sit in the parents' tent all day after three sets of standing in the sun. And that could be true. That could be true. But I'm willing to give it a shot. And and if that means I can't watch as many bands as I used to because of just pure exhaustion, my legs are tired or whatever, that's okay. That was the beauty of Warped Tour. You got in for $30. The world's your oyster. You get to decide how many bands you see or as little. Some people just camped out at the main stage all day and just watched that. That's fine. A lot of people did that. Not me. I was moving around all day long over the grounds, checking out new bands, trying to see somebody at every stage. I don't know if this old guy could do that anymore, but at least I'd have the decision to do that instead of just the main stage. So I hope with Kevin Lyman involved that it's some semblance of what it used to be. But either way, it's pretty exciting that there is a Warped Tour brand, still available to possibly be launched in some, way, shape, or form. But I still drink that Monster Warped Tour well water in the can. You see that at gas stations. I pick that up, and it's all because of the brand. I'm not drinking that if it's not Warped Tour. I'll go to Liquid Death. But if I see the Warped Tour water, I'm in, It's just like if JoJo brings you a orange juice and tequila at 9 a.m., you drink it, right? You have to. It's the Friday happy hour. This week's episode of Laugh With Me is brought to you by podup.com. Have you ever thought about creating your own episode? Having your own podcast? What are you waiting for? Get started at podup.com. We are one of the sponsors of this podcast, and we would love to someday sponsor yours. Starting is as easy as creating an account at podup.com today. Podup has literally everything that you need to run a full professional show. Podup has over 35 different tools with AI integration to further help you succeed. Create a free starter account or get a paid account for 15% off with code LaughWithMe15. That's LaughWithMe15. So go check out podup.com, or if you're wanting a podcast that's done for you, where you pay an agency to do all the website, social media, editing work, check out podallies.com. Podallies is an agency run by the folks that literally built the Podup podcasting software. Get started with them at podallies.com. Get 15% off when you sign up today for Podup or Podallies with code LaughWithMe15. We can't wait to create with you and launch your podcast. The Omaha Comedy Fest can be seen throughout the Omaha Metro this September 26th, 27th, 28th, and 29th. Founded in 2013 by Dylan Rowe, the Grassroots Festival is now powered by a team of Omaha comedians, bringing more than 50 must-see acts to the Metro every year. The Omaha Comedy Fest, September 26th through 29th. You can find them at venues throughout Omaha, but our big headliners, the epic rap battles of history, can be found all weekend long. And then comedian Beth Stelling. So make sure to hit up OmahaComedyFest.com for tickets and find out what shows you're attending this September. JoJo, I just want to say, cheers to you, brother. This is almost like a redemption story kind of for you. Wednesday's episode was rocky for you. I mean, you didn't hit the music right. You didn't have any drinks ready. You kept hitting the wrong drops at the wrong time. I wasn't even hitting punchlines, and you're hitting the deal. And today, I mean, you're spot on. You had this delicious tequila drink. I just want to say, JoJo, this might work out after all. This might work out after all. It's a Friday happy hour. I hope that your weekend is as amazing as mine's going to be. I mean, we're going to get another Husker win on Saturday night against Northern Iowa. Can't look past them, though, right? I mean, they're nationally ranked in their category, and the tequila's hitting, I think, because I can't even, what are they, FCS, FBS, FCS, right? Where they're ranked. Either way, they're nationally ranked where they're from. In Iowa. You could argue they're the best college football team in the state of Iowa. You could argue that. we're going to play them Saturday night. Can't look past them. You can't look past it to next Friday when we play a conference ball with Illinois. You can't look past this opponent to get to that one, but it's, you know what? The Huskers are back. We're nationally ranked in the top 25, the AP and the College Bowl. That's amazing. Sunday, the Chargers, they're looking different. We play those Carolina Panthers, and if you listen to Wednesday's episode, the Panthers fans are reeling. #never forget. Let's just keep piling it on them. I'd like to see Herbert throw a couple touchdowns this week. Help the old fantasy team. We haven't even talked about fantasy football. It's coming. It's coming. Have a great weekend, y'all. Thank you, JoJo.
Get ready to laugh until your cheeks hurt. Spicy Jokes is back. Watch as comics struggle through their set while eating progressively spicier wings. This Tuesday, September 17th, Spicy Jokes returns to the Storm Cellar. And trust me, you do not want to miss this lineup. For just $10, you can catch the hilarious Jeremy, the delightful Dawn, and the always amazing Annalisa. And let's not forget your host for the evening, Kent, who's guaranteed to keep the laughs coming. The show kicks off at 8 p.m., so make sure to grab your tickets early and snag a good seat. Because at the Storm Cellar, our comedy nights are hotter, spicier, and absolutely unforgettable. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and come prepared for a night of non-stop giggles, guffaws, and belly laughs. See you there. Open mic to follow.